Have you ever received a free gift, like a bookmark or a sticker with a book you ordered? How did it make you feel? If it made you smile or happy, you have received effective author swag. That's what we're going to talk about today. What is effective author swag and how does it help your book sales? When authors include small gifts like these with their books, they are giving away what's called swag. Swag is a marketing technique that is intended to improve the reader's experience and hopefully inspire word-of-mouth marketing. They will talk about your book and what they got with it, maybe share it on social media, help you spread the word about your writing. Before we can talk about that, though, we need to clarify what is author swag and where and how you can create it. That's what we'll do in this video. And if you hang on until the end, I will let you know how you can get a free readership building checklist, which will help you better understand who your target readers are and where to market to them so you know what to do with your swag. This is Ignited Ink Writing, a channel dedicated to helping authors like you transform your writing so it lingers with your readers, because writing that lingers gets remembered and recommended to others. I'm Caitlin Burvey, editor and author. Let's start with, what is author swag? Swag is merchandise related to your book that you either give away or sell alongside it. For the purposes of this video, we are only talking about the free kind of author swag that you give away. In the next video, I will talk about merchandise related to your book, which is also considered swag in some circles. Free swag tends to come in two types: paper and non-paper swag. Here's a list of paper swag options. Bookmarks, always popular for authors. Business cards, posters, door hangs. Those tend to be popular with other types of businesses, but they can work for writing too. Trading cards with your characters is one of my favorites that I have seen. Notepads, always useful. And any other paper product you can really think of can be used as author swag. Paper is a popular option for author swag because it tends to be less expensive to produce and it doesn't weigh much, so it's easier to lug around, to ship in the mail, all sorts of different things. I will say that as a consumer, I prefer paper swag with a purpose. A bookmark, a door hang with a do not disturb sign, a notepad. I am not going to keep the postcard-sized mailer swags that just have a list of your books on them. So think about your target reader and what type of paper swag might appeal to them and what kind they might keep and use. I'll talk about why in a minute. Here are some non-paper swag options. Buttons, and I mean the button pins that you can pin onto your backpack or your shirt. Stickers, pens, lotions and hand sanitizers, chapstick, gum and candy, condoms, jewelry, or coins. When it comes to these non-paper swag options like the lotion and hand sanitizer, the condoms and candy, make sure you are wrapping those things so that they show where they came from and they are advertising your book. Also, if you are choosing any of these options that a person puts in or on their body, you need to include an ingredients list. This is so people with allergies can either feel more comfortable using your product or know that they shouldn't. So those are some different types of author swag. Author swag are items that are both useful and have your branding on them. It's not effective swag, it's not really swag if it doesn't have anything to do with your books. So again, you want to make sure and wrap things in a way that is going to display your information. At the very least, you should have your book cover and where people can go to purchase it. Other things that you can put on your swag are your website, your email address, your social medias, or my personal favorite is a QR code like we've all had to have at the restaurants that you can scan. You can give away a free short story. It can take people directly to your website. That is my current favorite use of author swag. And there are places you can create QR codes for free. Just make sure the print quality is good enough that they can be scanned. So you want to make sure that your swag has your information on it. If it helps, think of it like a business card. Its purpose is not just to be a bookmark, its purpose is also advertising. Another thing to think about is whether or not the swag is useful. I'm the type of person who does not need any other little trinkety things that are going to end up in a junk drawer. So I, as a consumer, am not going to keep that type of author swag. Other types of readers love that stuff. They line their bookcases with it, they line their desks with it. So know who your target audience are and decide which type of swag they might like best. Also, unique swag tends to do better, especially swag related to your book. For example, condoms for romance and erotica authors are often hilarious at writing events, and it gets people talking about you and your book, and it's related to what you're writing about. I saw another author who wrote sweet romance giving away chapstick because her book was all about the nervousness of that first kiss. Think about what your book is about, what your characters use in your story, how you can relate your swag to that. If you have art of some sort, stickers are always great. Those trading cards are super fun. So just try and keep it related to your book and unique and interesting. Let's move on to where to get and design author swag. Your author swag is a form of marketing. It is also a representation of your brand. If your swag is poor quality or the designs that you are using on it are poor quality, it's not going to be effective and it's going to make people think that your book is equally poor quality. This is you showing that you have a great book you want people to read. You need to reflect that in the design and the product. When you're designing your swag, first make sure you have permission to use any images you're going to put on that. Just because something's allowed to go on your cover does not mean it's allowed to go on other things. Also, try and stick with the fonts and the color palette that you're using for your author brand and your books so that everything looks like it goes together. That way, when a reader goes to look up your book on your website later, they know they're in the right place because the branding is consistent. It's the same colors, it's the same fonts. They're like, okay, I found the book I'm looking for. I recommend using something like Canva, which is a free graphic design program online. It's super simple to use. It does have a paid version, or you can always get your graphic designer to create these things for you. I've done both. My graphic designer created the images that I use on my products for some of my swag, and then I created a few myself using Canva. Often it is fairly inexpensive to get your graphic designer to do some of these things for you, and in my experience, they enjoy doing it too. So that's where you can get your designs for your swag. Make sure that the fonts are easy to read, so it shouldn't be teeny tiny print. If it is small print, don't use a script or a complicated font. And try not to shove too much information on there. You want people to go to your website or somewhere they can purchase your book to find out more because it gets them one step closer to buying. Now, where you can go to get your author swag is lots of places. I used imprint.com online for my buttons and my bookmarks. I think I spent about $35 for 100 of those button pins, and then I spent about $75 per 250 bookmarks. So that's fairly inexpensive. I chose them partially for that pricing. I felt like it was a good price. I also picked them because they had a quicker turnaround time than some of the other cheaper options I found, and they had made in America options, which I appreciated. So that's what I went with. I'm willing to pay a little bit more per item in order to have it made here. That also means it ships faster. If you are going to create something like my bookmarks, remember that they're two-sided. I paid a little bit extra for that. It's like 10 cents more per bookmark, 5 cents more something. So I have my book and my author branding on this side, and I have my business as an editor on this side. So I'm able to use this in lots of different places, and it made it more worth the money. If you write a book series, you can have your newest book here, and then list all of the other books here, or the order of your series, or something like that. So make sure you're using all of the space available to you. There are lots of other online retailers you can use to get these personalized items. Next, I want to talk about why you might want to give away swag with your book. You might be the type of person who is thinking, why would I waste my money on this stuff? Author swag is about connecting with your readers, creating a more memorable reading experience, and inspiring word-of-mouth marketing. So if you have ever seen an unboxing video on TikTok, on Facebook, YouTube, where people are opening up packages and excited, Those packages are often not just one item, especially if they're coming from a small business. Usually those videos are of the item they ordered and then little trinkety swag-like things that they got for free as well. When you include free swag in your package, you're more likely to get one of these unboxing videos from your customers than if you don't include swag. Because the swag makes for a good, exciting video. While they're opening, they can be like, oh, look, I got this cool sticker. Oh, look, I got this bookmark. You need to give them a reason to be excited about your package and to film and upload them opening it. Similarly, if you want someone to create pretty pictures of your book on Instagram or another social media, if you include photogenic swag, they're more likely to do that. You might even get more than one post from that person. Now, there's no guarantee that your swag is going to lead to an unboxing video. It just makes those more likely. Also, you want to give your swag to people who are more likely to do these things for you. So that would be influencers and people like that, but it's also just someone in your life who you know has that type of a social media account. It is people who buy directly from your website or who are on your email list who are already your fans. These are the people who are more likely to be excited about your swag and therefore to share the fact that they got it with other people. So swag creates word of mouth in that way. It is also free advertising. If you create swag like a button pin that they can put on their backpack, a sticker that you could put on a water bottle, that person can just exist out in the world with your book on them. So they're sharing that with other people. And the final reason you might want to include swag is it is a reminder of your book. A reader might come across your bookmark a month after they've read your book and remember it, and remember how you made them feel, how you inspired them, how you left them feeling bittersweet or wanting more. They might be inspired then to look at what other books you have out, or it's a good reminder of you and your book for a series, especially if you are a slower writer. It can act as a reminder for your next book. And, of course, some readers just really like having something like that related to your book. It makes them feel more connected to your story and to you. That's why you might want to give away author swag. Next, I want to share an editor and author's thoughts on giving away swag. I am still in the testing phase for my books and my swag. I have found that the little button pins are doing well. My bookmarks are just a staple that I give away with all of my books. Stickers are often exciting too. So those are the three things that I have found consistently excite my readers. Those are pretty popular items. They work for different types of books, different genres, and a lot of readers enjoy those things. I am still working on developing something that's unique to my story, to my books. I do plan on having items that are more unique to my stories later on. For example, I have a series about a girl who can wear dragons as tattoos on her body. I'll probably create some of those temporary tattoos to give away with those books, because it fits the story. If I wrote romance, I would probably give away chapstick or condoms or those things. If I wrote a mystery, I might give away a disappearing ink pen or something fun like that. The better places I have found to give away swag are people who order directly from my website always get some. I have found that these are the people more likely to share my stuff online. Anytime I do a giveaway, I give away swag as well to inspire those unboxing videos and to make it a little bit more fun for them. I also give away swag at any sort of book event. So if you are at a festival and you're selling your books, you're at a writer's conference with your books, you're at a book fair. These are places where swag can be extra important because someone might be feeling overwhelmed. They don't know what to buy there. They can't decide. If you can give them a little free piece of something to take home with them, then when they've had time to think about your book or what they really wanted, or they're feeling less overwhelmed, they might be ready to buy and they'll purchase your book then. Also, swag makes you stand out from other people. So if you have something exciting, unique, funny, then people are going to come up to you and your booth because they heard about this fun, exciting, free thing elsewhere at the event. So swag can be really useful at events. I will say too that reminder piece of swag does work, because I went to a writers conference years ago. I was on a budget, I was in grad school, I actually got a scholarship to attend, so I couldn't really afford to buy many books there, but I took the bookmarks for all of the books that I did want, and I eventually was able to purchase and read all of those. So it took me about 6 months to be able to afford all of them and to work my way through them, but the bookmarks worked. So just because someone isn't ready to buy right now doesn't mean that they never will be, and swag can help you keep in contact with them. And finally, remember that swag is free. So it's an expense on your end. You might not make that money back. That's why your swag items should be small and inexpensive. You want to pick things that you can afford and work that into your profit margin. I priced my book in such a way that when I am selling it myself, I'm not going through Amazon where they're taking their cut. I make plenty, so I can afford to send swag along with it and still make a profit. If you price your book too low, you might not be able to afford that, because the swag might eat up your entire profit margin, or it might actually cost you money to send someone your book and swag. So make sure that you're pricing things accordingly. Also, you don't have to spend a lot of money on swag. You don't have to offer lots of different swags. You can pick one that's effective for you and your book and just stick to that. Buy in bulk. It's a better price if you do that. Hopefully this video has helped you better understand author swag, but I do want to know, what's your favorite author swag that you have seen or received? Share it in the comments below. And for more videos on book marketing and other aspects of writing, subscribe to Ignited Ink Writing, a channel dedicated to helping authors like you transform your writing so it lingers with your readers. Because writing that lingers gets remembered and recommended to others. I'm Caitlin Burvey, editor and author. To find out more about me, go to www.ignitedinkWriting.com. That is where you will find a free readership building checklist, which will help you better understand who your target readers are, where they are, and what type of swag they might like. And if you want to see my approach to swag, go to CaitlinBurvey.com. There you will find my book, When Magic Calls, as well as my other writings. If you go to the physical print book for When Magic Calls, you'll see that it does advertise people get a free button pen when they purchase directly from me. I don't tell them about the bookmark or the sticker that they also get, because I want to surprise them. And now it's your turn to decide what type of unique author swag you can offer alongside your book to excite your readers and get them talking and ignite your ink.